What is the maximum number of elected members in a state assembly? 500. Under the Constitution, the residuary power rests with the Union government. Railway is a subject on the Union list. English is the official language of which of the following state? Nagaland. Who appoint the Chief Election Commissioner President? When was the first meeting of the Constituent Assembly of India held? 9 December 1946. Dash committees were set up by the Constituent Assembly for framing the Constitution of India. 13. How many members were there in the Constituent Assembly, including the chairman of it? 7 members. Why was January 26 selected as the date for the inauguration of the Constitution? The Congress has observed it as the Independence Day in 1930. The Constitution of India dash in nature. Partly rigid. The Constitution of India describes India as a union of states. Dash proposed the preamble before the drafting committee. Jawaharlal Nehru. In which case did the Supreme Court give a ruling that the preamble was not a part of the Constitution? Kesavananda Bharati case. The power to form new state or change the boundaries of existing states rests with the Parliament. The states were recognized on linguistic basis in 1956. Dash enjoyed the distinction of being the entire country divided by the states of India. Andhra Pradesh. Into how many divisions was the entire country divided by the State Recognition Act 1956? 14 states and 6 union territories. Who looks after the day-to-day administration of a union territory? The lieutenant government. Dash is the 28th state of the Union of India. Jharkhand. The minimum duration of stay essential before a person can apply for Indian citizenship is 5 years. Where are the fundamental rights of Indian citizens contained? Part 3 of the Constitution. Dash is not a fundamental right. Right to strike. What does right to equality mean? It permits the state to make special provisions for women, children, and backward classes. With whom does the power to impose reasonable restriction on the fundamental rights of Indian citizens rest? The Parliament. At present, right to property is natural rights, by whom rights can be issued for the enforcement of the fundamental rights. The Supreme Court of India. Dash can amend the fundamental rights granted by the Constitution. The Parliament. Where are the directive principles of state policy contained? Part 4 of the Constitution. The state is expected to provide free and compulsory education to all children up to the age of dash under the directive principle of the state policy 14 years. How is the President of India elected? Elected through an electoral college consisting of the elected member of parliament and state legislative assemblies, who conduct the election to the office of the President of India. The Election Commission of India dash held office of the President of India for 2 consecutive terms. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, named the second President of the Indian Republic. Dr.S. Radhakrishnan, by whom impeachment proceedings can be initiated against the President of India in either House of Parliament. Within how many days the office of the President must be filled if the office of the President felt vacant? 6 months. Dash is the age of retirement of the President. There is no age limit for retirement. Dash is legally competent to declare war or conclude peace. The President, who is the final authority to make a proclamations of emergency. The President dash member of the Anglo-Indian community can be nominated by the President to the Parliament. 2. What is the duration of a national emergency operation with the approval of the Parliament? An indefinite period. The President can be impeached under dash of the Indian Constitution. Article 61. An ordinance promulgated by the President usually remains in force for 6 weeks after the commencement of the next session of Parliament. Dash is the Supreme Commander of the Armed Force of India. The President. Generally, the Prime Minister is the Chairman of the Planning Commission. Dash. Seats have been reserved for the Union territories in the Lok Sabha. 20.